everyone. We need to pump at a pace of
$100 per minute.
Oh, I will divide and then count to it.
Okay, well,
What's going on, you guys? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin after it breaks 20K. Now, I know for some of you that might seem like it's far away, but I want to talk about what realistically would happen if Bitcoin approaches 20K and breaks 20K. And I think there's even some important things to talk about a little bit before Bitcoin would even reach 20K to really indicate like a parabolic move. And kind of the point of this video is to illustrate just how crazy it might get. And most likely will get. And we're going to compare it to what exactly happened during the break of the last all-time high. And we're going to be taking a look at Litecoin as well. I know a lot of you guys want to look at the Litecoin-Bitcoin pairing, which I do in a lot of my videos. But, you know, I guess I'll just continue to throw that into my videos since you guys really have been asking for that. As well, before we get into the video, there's something really cool that I'm excited to talk about. I'm going to be uploading these regular videos, but I have a new style coming out where I'm going to be having real people on. It'll be a real setup. Real investors of crypto that I know in my life. As of right now, I have 3 people that are slated to come on, and the time frame for that will be within the next week and a half to 2 weeks max. We're going to have them come on, talk about their experiences with crypto and investing. I think it'll be super interesting. We're also going to talk about other stuff, after that. I kind of plan on having them be longer format videos, but I think it'll be really interesting to see myself and the people that I'm talking to talk about crypto, kind of bounce ideas off of each other and everything like that. It won't be like a video I've ever done before, and I don't even really think I've seen them in the crypto space, so it's kind of exciting. I'm excited for you guys to meet the people that I'm going to have on. This is going to be in person. We're not going to be doing it like through a webcam. But guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all the good stuff, and we can just jump right into it. So as we saw this weekend, as many of you know, I was out of town, but as we saw, I just want to zoom in really quickly. I'm going to put this back on the screen, but as you can see this absolutely parabolic trajectory Bitcoin had. If you were watching in that 6-hour window, I believe it was either Friday or Saturday night, Bitcoin went from breaking 10K all the way up to a few $100 over 11K in an incredibly short amount of time. If we just want to look a lot closer here, you can see on the 4-hour, it all happened within a few 4-hour candles there. A question that I think many of you are excited for is kind of like, well, when we reach all-time highs, what's going to happen after we do? And I think what's going to happen after we reach all-time highs, now granted, before we talk about that, I think there is some major resistances and major key areas we have to get through. I really doubt it'll happen 5 days from now. I do think, seeing this momentum, I do think that it has become a reality within the next week or two, being very optimistic. That's very optimistic. More realistically, I think within the next few months, breaking 20K becomes very realistic. Best case scenario, maybe within the next week or two, but more realistically, I would say within the next few months, it's very likely that we could test 20K. If any of you guys are doubting that, many of you guys are very bullish at this point, so I don't think many of you doubt that. If you do doubt that, we can just pull this little guy out right here, and you can see we are 80% roughly from all-time highs at this point. You can see, just looking at this graph very simply, you can see, or this chart, you can see we are really not that far from 20K anymore. It has become extremely realistic in a lot of people's views. Unless you're watching certain videos about a wave C, potentially correction, please leave a thought about that in the comments. If you watched Alicio's new video, I'm very curious. He brings up a lot of good points, and I personally would be happy if that ended up being the case, where we have a nice pullback and we maybe haven't reached all-time lows, because I would be buying. That's what I would be doing. I would love the opportunity to accumulate more. I'm in no rush to have a 50K Bitcoin. If it comes, that'll be awesome. I'd be super excited. But if we have a pullback, prolonged bear market, honestly, I would not be upset in the least. I would be super ecstatic to be able to continue investing at very cheap prices. Now, to get a good idea of Bitcoin after it breaks 20K, because that's really like a huge thing right there. After we break 20K, first of all, 10K was huge. It was trending on Twitter the night that it happened. I think it was hashtag Bitcoin is back. It was awesome. There's a ton of excitement. Now, 10K was not all-time high. It was twice that. 20K was the all-time high. So the last all-time high of the previous, not the previous bull market, but the one before that back in 2013, was right around 1200. You can see when we broke that, it kind of went absolutely parabolic there. There was no previous resistances because it was the first time breaking it. It went to all-time high. You can see this was the first time it broke it. Had a little resistance actually trying to get over it. It took a few weeks and there was a pullback. However, it absolutely went parabolic after that. We just see straight line, pullback, straight line, pullback, and then super straight line massive gains from $3,000 to $20,000 in a period of about 3 months, even less than 3 months. So that was insane, and that happened after Bitcoin broke the all-time highs. So this time around, let's just draw this line on here to kind of better illustrate a little bit. Put it right about there. All-time highs right around 20K right there. As you can see, not very far off. Now, as we approach this, again, we've gone absolutely parabolic in the past few days. So would a pullback be necessary? I would think so. Again, guys, everyone calling for a pullback, including me, so far has been wrong. We've not gotten one. I'm not upset to be wrong about that. It's cool. The price keeps going up. I'm not going to be mad about that. Price goes up, more people watch my videos. That's great for me too. Personally, I would prefer if I could pick up more coins cheaper if Bitcoin went back to 7K. I don't think we're going to really see that. I don't think we're going to see Bitcoin go back to 7K. If we did, I would be happier than if Bitcoin went to 20K right now. Sounds dumb for a lot of you because, Tyler, you could get more ad revenue or more views on your videos. True, but I would much rather get more coins than any of that, obviously. My priority here is to get more coins than anything. Now, as we approach this 20K mark, not only is it going to be so incredibly bullish that the momentum, in my opinion, will not slow down. When we hit 20K, I think, in my mind, there is a 100% chance that we are going to absolutely go wild here. The prices are probably going to be insane. We're going to get pullbacks probably, like we did in the last bull market. But honestly, I don't think they're going to last very long. I don't think they're going to be around very long. I think people are going to buy them up right away. And I think some of these crazy predictions that we see, some of these crazy predictions, 50K, 100K, become realistic in shorter time frames. Now, the higher it goes in the shorter time frame, the more likely it is for a drastic pullback, probably. But again, guys, we have still not seen that. We have still not seen a pullback to the 50-day moving average, let alone the 21-week moving average. Bitcoin just continues to kind of fly here. Now, as I'm making the video, actually, in the last day or two, Bitcoin's kind of cooled down a little bit. Altcoins have kind of cooled down a little bit. And the longer they cool down, in my opinion, the more likely it is that we are setting up for another move up. As it consolidates, because that's what's happened so far in the last 6 months. Every time it consolidates, it breaks upwards. Again, trend is your friend for the most part. You see it consolidates, breaks up, consolidates, breaks up, and here we are. Are we going to see more consolidation? Now, what I want to do is actually pull out the Fib Retracement again, which I had at the beginning of the video. Put that at the high here, and then go to the low. So I beefed up these lines a little bit so you can see. So here is the 0.23. And then we have the 0.38, 0.618, and 786 are kind of key areas that you see a lot of analysts talking about, and it's because they come into play very often here. Right now, we're right on the 0.5 right here. And again, 0.618 is right around that 1300 level, which we had talked about. Again, and I didn't draw this Fib Retrace live on this video like perfectly, so these obviously might be like $100 or so off, so it's not perfect. But and I hope you can see them. Let me actually try and beef up the lines so you can see the... Okay, that should be better. See the thicker lines here, the thicker colored lines are the retracement percentages right here on the Fib Retracement. So you can see right here, clear resistance here from the beginning of May to the beginning of June, entire month right here. The 0.38 was kind of a resistance level there. Again, other indicators, but we're just matching it up with the Fib Retracement. And currently we're seeing a lot of resistance right at the 0.5. 0.618 would be, again, right around 1300. If that is the next level we break through, and if we don't have any trouble over the next few months or weeks, even in a very bullish scenario, the 0.786 right here, the blue line, then 20K would be the next logical Fib Retrace, obviously, because that's where we started here. And I honestly think if these two are broken, so we can kind of determine the percentage gains it would have to be. Bitcoin goes up another 40%, which is that likely? Well, Bitcoin has already gone up 260% roughly. So another 40%, it's not unrealistic. It's bullish, but it's not unrealistic. So if Bitcoin would break these two, which I do think we would spend some time trying to trade in between here, depending on the momentum of the market, I do think these will probably take some time. I don't think we're going to bust through them super fast, but we did bust through this fairly fast. However, again, it did take a month there. You can see it consolidated there for a month. Could have been a head and shoulders. It wasn't. There were other patterns in play there. My point is, Bitcoin breaks through the 786, first the 618 and then the 786. I think we're going absolutely crazy. We hit 20K. I think 30, 40, 50K not off the table within this year. And again, this is ultra bullish. none of what I say obviously is financial advice. You guys know that. You guys know I take a look at bullish scenarios. Some of my videos are a little bearish. I'm trying to be conservative. This one, I'm not really being very bearish. The point of this video is to illustrate to you just how insane these price movements can get, and just how insane I personally think 100% they will get as we approach those previous all-time highs. Because as you guys know, we have not even gotten close to approaching all-time highs in about 2 years now. It's been about a little over a year and a half. But you can see none of this period from the end of 2017 to now, none of this period has been anywhere close to 20K. However, we are by far the closest we've been to 20K since just 2 months after the all-time high. So this is absolutely insane how far up we are right now and how exciting the space is right now. So if we break 20K, guys, I don't know. I mean, people comment on my videos saying, you know, oh, is it too late to invest? I don't answer those questions because, like, first of all, I can't. I don't think anybody really has the experience to ask that, or the legal right to answer that unless you're a financial investor. Obviously, I'm not a financial investor. I don't know a single person who makes videos who is a financial investor. That's why everyone kind of says, like, this isn't financial advice, because it's not. But when people ask, is it too late to get in? I don't know, but I personally would want to get in before 20K, and that's what I'm doing. I am trying really hard to, everything I want to put in for right now, definitely I'm trying to put in before 20K, because I do think it's coming around the corner. And again, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on Alicio's newest video, which he talks about the C wave coming potentially, that this would be the B wave and that the C wave is coming. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. I already got a bunch of you guys to answer on Twitter as well, guys. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. I try to post there pretty often. It's a good place to reach me. I DM usually everybody that sends me a DM, and I try to answer stuff as quickly as possible. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys are new, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.